Story time. So last weekend, me and my husband was in the mall, right? And we just mind our own business. So my husband had to go to the restroom, and he had a story to tell when he came back. So evidently, when he was on his way to the restroom, this girl accused him of looking at her. So basically, this story is about how the Holy Spirit controlled me, all right? And how I have changed so much. So as he's coming back, he's telling me about what happened to him on the way to the bathroom. In the bathroom, and as he's coming to get me, all right? And as we are walking. So the part about as we are walking, he say, that's the girl right there that accused me. And she was with her boyfriend, okay? So listen carefully, because the girl wanted her boyfriend to do something to my husband because she accused my husband of looking at her. So as they passing by us walking, she say something. So when she say something, both her and her boyfriend look back at me and my husband. So the kind of guy that my husband is, he walks up to them and he said, "What did you say?" So I done caught up with them, right? So everybody paused right there on the side. We don't veer it off in the side in the corner, right? Not in the corner, but almost. And she's facing him, and I'm facing the boyfriend. So all us is standing there like in a circle, but four people. I'm trying to give you this visual, you know what I'm saying? So the girl is just going off. She young. Now they look no more than like 20, 25, 26, probably younger than that. But she was a black girl and he was a white boy. But you can tell she was one of those uppity black girls. You know what I'm saying? So she had on a brown skirt, a brown shirt, and she had some curly hair. She was okay looking. She had a nice shape, okay? And he was more of like, looked like he was like kind of mixed with Puerto Rican and black or something like that. But he had curly hair and, just a regular, mixed kid. So my husband had already confronted the boy in the bathroom and told him that same girl that you with, she gonna get you in trouble, bro. She gonna get you in trouble. Because what she wanted him to do was get himself in trouble for her. Because she accused my husband of looking at her. And if he did look at her, he probably was looking at her saying, "What you got on?" And I probably would have said the same thing too, because that's all we do is people watch when we go to the mall. So evidently she was one of those ones, she wanted her boyfriend to jump off, okay? But they didn't know that they was gonna jump off on the wrong one. All right? Because if they would have caught us back in our younger days, back when we was like in 30, about 30, 40, they probably would have gotten a totally different person. Okay? A totally different person. But let me tell you how the Holy Spirit works, okay? And how he worked in me. So she talks with her hands, I guess, and she got her hands all across in my husband's face. So he going back with her, she going back and forth, and she throwing her words, and he was like, "I don't even know what you trying to get at." I was on my way to the bathroom and I kind of glanced. So what you mean I was looking at you? Y'all, the whole time all this is going on, I'm just standing there quietly, just looking and smiling and looking. The boyfriend is looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her and I'm looking at my husband and I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her. So the whole time I'm just standing there because I'm saying to myself, I hope nothing don't break off, because here I am injured, okay? Injured, all right? Already. My neck, my finger, all that, right? So I'm just standing there. So it's like I hear what he's saying, I hear what she's saying, but I really don't hear what they're saying. You understand what I'm saying? All I hear is like blah, 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 So I did hear when she said, "I don't care nothing about you or your wife." So I'm just standing there and I'm just still smiling, y'all. So boyfriend finally grabbed her and was like, okay, let's go, let's go. So they go the opposite direction and we still walking forward. So I look over at my husband and I say, what happened? Like literally, what happened? What happened to what happened with them, but happened as what happened with all that what was going on just a few minutes ago. All right. And you know what? I thought about that thing because I had just read that morning in the Bible, in this book that I'm reading about the great teacher, okay, about Jesus Christ. And the chapter that I was reading was about fighting. So let me tell y'all, I was so proud of myself, but also I said, you know what? The Holy Spirit was all over me when I was just standing there. He was really over me because I was like, I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And still today, I'm thinking about it. I'm still like puzzled. Like, what happened? I'm trying to go back and think, but it was nobody but the Holy Spirit, y'all. It was nobody but the Holy Spirit. So I had to share that story with you all and to also address that He is really working. The Holy Spirit was working on me and He is working within me, okay? Because if she would have caught me a couple of years back, child, I probably would have snatched her up. But because of the person that I am today, it did not happen. I just stood there and laughed, and I just smiled, and I just laughed. I said, I cannot be no 50-something-year-old woman out here fighting no 22-year-old young girl, okay? Because she feel like somebody was looking at her. Also, let me tell you something, young men. Be careful of these women that you get and these young girls, because see, what she wanted was that young guy to get himself hurt, because he was going to get himself hurt, because my husband could have snatched him up, but he stayed calm in the whole thing too. So the Holy Spirit was all over him too, because he didn't say not one word. Only thing I heard him say was, come on, let's go, and pull the girlfriend. So guys, be mindful of them women that you get, because they can get you in trouble. They really can get you in trouble. All right, so I'll talk to y'all later. Smooches.